What's up, guys? My name's Dean, or as most of you know me, Twisty. It is finals week, prelim finals week, the first prelim final. Friday night we got Geelong taking on the Sydney Swans. The winner will play, who will the winner play? The winner of the Dogs and GWS game on Saturday. Twilight that game will be, the GWS versus the Western Bulldogs game, and it is going to be an absolutely cracking week of football. Would you say the winner of this match becomes the favourite for the premiership? I'm not too sure, because if the Giants win, then I would say that they're probably the favourites if they come up against the Swans, but I don't know. I like, theoretically, the team that wins this will have enough finals experience to be perceived as the favourites, right? That makes sense. Anyway, we're going to get stuck into the game here, and I'm going to sort of just talk about what could be going on, or something like that. What could be happening. Obviously, there's a shocking crowd in here because it's not like in-game finals, but it's going to be 90,000. Oh, did it select me as a team? Didn't really want that. Kind of didn't want to play as anyone. Alright, cool. So, I'm just going to let this one play out and sort of decide who is going to be inside the grand final. Oh, Adam Goods. I forgot to take him out of the team. I did just about everyone else, though, except Adam Goods. Jeez, look at this guy's head in the way. Off to a fly, the Swans. But it's going to be a cracking game. I mean, the Swans, they are missing probably a couple of blokes. You know, a bit disappointed with how they ended up in the first weekend of the finals against GWS. The Giants, they just move the ball so quickly and lovely that it puts any team under a real pressure. And to think Geelong, you know, one kick goes the other way and it's not them in the prelim final, or maybe it is, but they're in the other end of the fixture and they had to come up against the Dogs, and maybe the Dogs knocked them over instead of the Hawks. So if Isaac Smith hits the kick, then Geelong are in strife. But he missed, and they're into this prelim. The wild card, I guess, would probably be the extra week off. Is it going to do you good, or is it not going to do you any good? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was talking about the extra week off. What that's going to actually do for sides. So is that going to give them, you know, more running power later on in the game, or is it going to fatigue them earlier because they haven't played for, you know, 3 weeks, pretty much? Like one game in 3 weeks is the scenario here. So that's obviously going to be taken into consideration, and how that plays out, we don't know yet. But for sure, it's going to look like a glorious game. I reckon it'll probably help the team with the week off a little bit more than we might think. They beat the Cats last time. They beat them down in Geelong last time. So they would take a great deal of confidence out of that game into this one. I mean, obviously people are complaining Geelong have to play at the MCG, the Giants can play at Spotless. Well, to be fair, if you're a Melbourne-based club and you finish in the final series, you're playing in the MCG pretty much regardless of where your home ground is. And that's sort of just the way it's been set up for a number of years. Everybody knows that the MCG is a much better venue than Etihad Stadium. Last year, I think the Dogs were probably hard done by not playing at Etihad Stadium against the Adelaide Crows in that game. But obviously now they're much better accustomed to it. They've won in Perth, now they've won against Hawthorn at the MCG. They just beat both grand finalists of last season, if you didn't work that one out already. And they are looking like they are the next big thing, apart from GWS, of course. If they can get through the next game, if they can beat the Giants, they're ready for the world. I mean, you can't say, oh, I don't think they can win the grand final if they win, you know, even if they do beat the Giants, because no, hang on a minute, no team has ever got to the grand final from outside the top 44. Never happened. 7 teams, I think, have knocked out someone in the semi-final. from outside the top 4 and made the preliminary final, but none of those teams that have made the prelim final have actually gone on to play in the grand final. I think Port Adelaide was the closest in 2013 or 2014 maybe, when they lost to Hawthorn by 3 points in that prelim final. They were the closest team ever to getting into the grand final from outside the top 4. And that's the thing, it's never been done before, so this would be a first. It would be incredible, and I think that would be a testament to how even the top 8 has been this season. I'm not going to say how even the competition has been this season, because the competition has been just fairly lopsided, but how even the top 8 has been this season. You know, those 8 teams have been, you know, just critical up against each other every week. That, you know, one win could have swayed it this way, another win could have swayed it that way, and I guess you look at percentage as well, and that's probably another thing that shows you how like dominant these top 8 were. If I just quickly jump onto this AFL website, have a look at the ladder, if it wants to come up here, which I highly doubt it will, because I'm recording a video and then it's going to be like, no, you don't get it. And that annoys me. Okay, let's have a ladder. Alright, so let's look at the percentage of a few clubs and sort of where they stand. Obviously, the Hawks had a percentage of 118, which is, you know, not bad, but when you're 17-5, you probably wanted a little bit better than that. And the Dogs only a percentage of 115. So those were the 2 lowest percentage sides, with, you know, much more wins than losses, kind of thing. And that's holding the ball. Gee whiz, talk about rewarding the tackle. And yeah, it pretty much sums up like a little bit of their seasons. Obviously, the Dogs have been a pretty good defensive side. We know Freo. Are the Dogs like Freo? I mean, I guess that's sort of the only comparison you can make. Is that Freo didn't score a heck of a lot. The Dogs then didn't score, you know, a heck of a lot. I don't know, but the Dogs are probably, you know, better. They move the ball quicker. Freo were pretty much like a one-quarter team. There was probably the difference there. But yeah, it's gonna be like good matches. Even this one, look at this, 25-24 in this one. And yeah, I can't pick honestly who's gonna win. I would say Geelong's probably the favourite, obviously, because they won the first week. Played very good against Hawthorn, and their sort of hack the ball forward strategy might not work against the Swans, I guess. Sydney normally pretty good at getting back defensively. Obviously, Callum Mills, if he is to miss, obviously Longmire hasn't ruled anyone out this week, but you wouldn't think he'd play. If Callum Mills was to miss again, then I think it'd be very difficult for them to actually win. Just purely because I don't know how well their defensive structures can hold up. It sort of fell apart a little bit without Mills in that first game. Whether that was fatigue from, you know, not having played on the bench. That was a beautiful soccer kick. Oh boy, but yeah, I'm not really too sure about the Swans. Like, I probably haven't watched Sydney enough this year to know much about them. And same thing with Geelong, probably. I haven't watched those two sides a heck of a lot, even though they finished 1 and 2 on the ladder. And that's the thing, we got 1 and 2 playing each other this weekend, and that is a scary prospect. Oh, beautiful kick, just inside the 50 to Xavier Richards. And the Swans are going to get a little buffer here in this third term. Just a little one. 11 points. Might be a game I lead, I don't know. But it's very, very handy for them, the Sydney Swans. 6 straight to 4-1. The Cats and the Swans in this final term. Sydney out of the middle through Kennedy. Dropped the ball. Dangerfield put the tackle on. Blitzers gets a handball out there. I don't know who it was under that pack. We'll get a ball up back in the middle. Tippett once again wins out over Blitzarves. Then he gets a little handball away and the Swans are sort of out of there. Ball gets handballed. I don't know who's got it now. Might have been Kirsten there that picked it up. Bartel went forward. Found Menzel. Got Dangerfield running past. I think that's Dangerfield anyway. And then he kicks inside the forward 50. Mark spilled down there. Not sure who that was. And the Swans are away through the middle of the ground. This is Big Bud. Big Bud Wah. Or maybe this is Bud. No, this is definitely Bud. Number 23, Big Budwar Franklin inside the 50 for the Swans. Tapped away from him. Now he picks it up again. Got the handball clear. Blitzarv's got it. Went forward with the kick. Under that pack. Rampy didn't take the mark. Picked up by Richards. But it's a free kick back downfield. Oh, jeez. No advantage was paid. And goes all the way back down the other end of the field. Dangerfield's there. McVeigh picks it up, but he kicks it inside the forward 50. Kolodjasny with the spoil. Picked up by Gary Rowan inside the forward 50. They got a man free. It's Richards, and he kicks another one. And the Swans move out to a 17-point lead. And that could be what we see on the weekend. Is the Swans pulling away late, as we saw really in that last game against the Crows. They just dominated late in that game and just kicked away again and again and again. Obviously the game was won at that stage, kind of. But yeah, this ball is kept alive. Kolodjasny and McGlynn in a fight to get the ball. McGlynn gets it out of there. Then the ball spills to the Cats. Dangerous kick outside the 50. Picked up by Parker. He's got, who's that, Hewitt? Little ball forward. Oh no, he goes forward even further. Richards puts a tackle on off the ground. It's Towers. Kicks the goal. But yeah, what a game is coming up on Friday night. It's just going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the Swans, with Hanbury taking the mark, will win by 22 points. And they will be into the grand final. Maybe. Who knows? Only one way to find out. Watch Friday night, Geelong and the Swans. I have no idea who's going to win. I'm not going to give a tip. I just hope it's a cracking game. And that's what we might see. The Swans getting over the line against the Cats. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. Xavier Richards, who knows if he's going to be the man of the match? Who bloody knows? Don't think so. But it's likely. I mean, it's a possibility. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Leave a big thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.